Oh, it was so promising for her. We are Journals Out Loud. I'm your lovely and captivating host, Louise Palanker, here with a panel of wise and wonderful teenagers.
Yay.
Yes. And our special in-studio guest tonight is the very hilarious and adorable Taylor Williamson. Give him a round of applause.
I'm old.
Thanks for having us, Taylor. Oh, yeah, so Taylor
Thanks
rang the
for
door.
having us.
Yeah.
That's her new joke. She just wrote it like 10 minutes ago. It's so good, though.
I opened the door. It was Taylor, and I said, thanks for having me. And he was like, oh, would you like a cookie? Like, he was actually confused.
That's good.
Yeah, he was like, yes, you're welcome.
It was overwhelming. I'm gonna try that every day of my life, and it's like
Upside down town.
It's like that's exactly what I was gonna say. It's like upside down town.
Make it the new trend.
So Taylor is a very famous comedian, and you travel the world sharing joy and laughter. Correct.
All over the world. I say all over the world. I've been to like
Who laughed like
2 other countries.
You were in Japan.
I went to Japan.
Yup.
I've done comedy in Japan and Israel and Canada.
Wow.
That's a pretty good
Really?
lineup. So
But-
which of those 3 countries, which people enjoyed you the most?
Well, probably Canada. Israel's all right. Japan, they didn't understand what I was saying because I don't speak English. You know what I learned is I wrote a routine. I did like a thing in Japanese. And I wrote a routine, and like I speak some Japanese. I thought it would be funny. I'm gonna say all these things in Japanese, like in Japan. Like okay, they introduced me as very overwhelming. Introduced me like very famous comedian. So funny, you're gonna love him. So then I go out there and I just say like, "Hi, I'm Taylor. I eat pizza. Where's the bathroom?" And then I was going to say, I don't speak Japanese. Like in Japanese.
Yeah.
So I thought that'd be like a cute laugh. Like not like hilarious, but then I did it and I got nothing. But then I found out afterwards they don't have So they were just like, who's this guy that just made these? It's like if I said, bing bong.
What do they say?
They don't
Where's
have
the bathroom? Bing bong.
Right.
Wait, so what do they say?
I structured this
so
whole
what
thing.
do babies say when they drop food?
Well,
Bing
baby.
bong.
That sounds racist actually when you put it like that. Very offensive.
How dare you?
So what do they say?
I'm sorry, I swear I didn't mean it that way.
Do they have whoopsie-daisy?
Well, you know, in different countries, like dogs say different noises in different countries.
They do?
Like-
What do Japanese dogs say?
I could be wrong, but I think it's like wan wan.
Oh, dude.
Is that correct? Do you speak Japanese?
She's been to Japan.
Oh, yeah?
Emma's been to Japan. She's not on camera, but she's been to Japan.
That's
in fact, she's in
exciting.
Japan now, for all we know.
You're the only one here
We
that's
could-
valid.
You could go share. You could go if you want to talk about being in Japan. You could go share with Lyric.
Come on.
Do you want to go talk
I
about?
don't buy it.
Because she's our ambassador, Emma.
What is it with rich Jewish kids and going to Japan?
Oh my goodness,
What is it
Brady!
with you?
This is when
That
you
was
can say it
good.
now. Go ahead and say it.
You don't have to crawl.
Would say with my.
Oh, no,
there's a really rich. There's a joke that's very rich, and I think it's appropriate. This we can be like
Oh, we can be
interesting.
inappropriate. Yeah.
But like, there was a time. There was a time in the world. You look very uncomfortable in that setting.
really comfortable.
He's like,
We can do this.
you're doing great. Everyone's doing great. I feel bad. I have all this space, and you guys are all just
And
like.
you also get the comfortable chair. No, you deserve it. You're older.
Oh, thank you. Respect your elders. Thank you very
That'll
much.
be my only kind of good joke throughout the night.
Okay,
I love it.
tell your story, Taylor. I'm
It's
very
not.
interested.
I regret starting it already. But
Do you?
do you remember like
know
4
that
years
feeling.
ago when there was a thing where it was like popular in Japan where they had like it was like bagel foreheads. They would.
Yes. Oh my god.
So I wrote this great joke that was a play on the word. The joke was, it's not fair that the Japanese are stealing bagels from us, the Jews. Is that they would inject like poison in their
my
foreheads
God.
and like leave it a bagel shape.
And that was supposed to be attractive.
It was like a trend, I suppose. The word trend was just said, so I'm using the word trend. But then I had a great joke. Well, I guess it's fair they stole bagels from the Jews because we stole the word Jap. The Jewish
Wait, I
American
don't get-
princess, but then no one ever laughed at it because
they don't speak English.
They don't know what a Jewish American
Also
princess
because
is.
Jap is a very racist word.
No. People have no trouble with the racism. They just don't know what the Jewish thing is. No, they like the racism.
Yeah.
But they didn't get the. You have to know Jewish American princess. I'm too smart for this world. You know.
Yeah.
They don't
I
laugh
It's
at
a
me in
hard
Japan.
life to live when you realize that.
All my stories are like. They didn't get my jokes in Japan. They didn't get my jokes in San Diego. They don't get my jokes anywhere.
You're gonna find your people. Keep going.
Where do I tell jokes that people like?
You'll find the perfectly racist people somewhere. I promise you.
Hey, thank
You're
you.
gonna find
South Africa.
Thank you so much.
I have faith
South
in you
Africa.
in your future.
That means so much.
You're
to me.
finding your people right now through this broadcast. All your people are listening, and they're just at home. They're just applauding. Go,
Yeah.
Taylor.
Yes.
Yeah,
Really?
you're cute.
A
Even
lot
if
of-
they don't
yeah.
understand now, they're like, I like this guy's aesthetic. I'm going to look up everything that happens.
And they're gonna like bookmark this YouTube to
promise?
watch in a year when I get it. Yay!
Lots of racists on Journals Network. Yeah.
Are all the listeners all also rich Jewish people?
No,
Pretty
there are all
much.
kinds of people all over the world.
Rich Jews in
All
Canada.
over rich Jews
in-
everywhere.
Wow.
Guys, don't bring him down. Yes.
Yay!
Yes,
Okay,
they are.
so now
Thank
that
you.
If you're a
Now
rich
that-
Jew, you don't have to pay to get in.
now that
Everybody
Emma
else.
is precariously perched upon Lyric's stool, Josh, I would like you to interview Emma about her trip to Japan.
No, we're all good.
Oh.
We're all good.
Hello.
Where are you, like the puppet master?
When did you go to
Josh.
Japan?
Heard that you went to. Yeah.
When did you go to Japan?
For the summer of last year.
How long were you there?
The summer.
I'm sorry. Yeah, the summer of last year. That's
But
what I did
But
the whole
what
time.
season were you there?
it was technically summer there as well.
But like, was that middle of the year or like end of the year?
And what,
I'm sorry.
Emma? And what were you? You were studying,
I was studying.
and tell us about that experience.
Well, I can tell you that it was extremely uncomfortable for the first week or so because everyone kept staring at me every time I went on the subway.
Why?
Because there's not that much diversity in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fun. Everyone kept asking me, like why are you here?
Why are you
Yeah.
here?
Oh. But no, it's all good.
It's a very xenophobic country.
Japan is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like a lot of diversity.
Are you
Not
leaning
so
on the
much.
light switch, Fennel? But she said it. She dimmed the room at the right moment. Xenophobia.
We know the truth, Japan.
So how did you find the people of Japan? Did they look at you and say, "Why are you here?"
No, they were like, "Hey, welcome."
What?
Well, because you had money.
What?
I had money.
Yeah. And you also
does
had something
change
to offer
things,
them,
though.
comedy.
Oh.
So that's a
Also,
that's a
they
bridger.
save their applause to like the end of shows most of the time. So
To be polite.
yeah, so you can say as many funny things as you want, but then when you get off stage, that's when they'll laugh.
Oh yeah. for
Yeah.
sure. I could see that.
Also, you don't look Jewish, and they don't like Jews.
Oh, wait.
Brady.
That's
why
just
is this a
true. That's just true. That's
topic?
Japan. Well, you look Jewish, so they knew.
Brady.
Well,
Why
I'm
do
just
we?
saying.
This Jewish
Okay.
guy's
I
really
don't-
anti-Semitic.
Of
It's
lines
kind of
to be crossed,
depressing.
I think we
You
got
said
a lot of
Jap.
them like just
But I was
now
using it
and
in
also a couple
context.
minutes ago.
All right, let's stick to one person talking at a time so that the audience comes first.
Of course.
Yes.
All right. So thank you, Emma. You may come back to your chair and give Lyric her personal space back. Does anyone have a question for our special in-studio guest, Taylor Williamson?
Yeah.
And while you're thinking,
Always-
while you're thinking of your questions, please call the show at 888-531-7171. 888-531-7171. You can go into the chat room available on our YouTube broadcast channel and chat away. And maybe Andrew or Justin will look inside the chat room for comments and questions for Taylor if it's too late for you to be using your telephone where you live in your home. Mickey, question for Taylor.
I always wonder how comedians rehearse their material. Like, do you go to different smaller comedic clubs and then like you kind of build up to a big stage, or like do you just talk to yourself at home constantly?
That's a good question. That is a good question.
Sounds so surprised.
No, that is. I'm trying to figure out the answer, so I'm repeating the question back to you to extend the time I have to seem like I came up with a good answer.
No problem. All right. I'll sit in. Cool.
Sit in?
I'll sit in to wait.
Oh, I was thinking like a sit-in, like we're having a sit-in. But there's
We're
no
protesting
there's no
something.
diversity here to have a sit-in. But
You can tell her about open mics and how we start and all that.
well, yeah. Well, I mean, like there are some people I know who are like, I want to get on stage. There's only like you start out doing shows in front of small amounts of people because you have no choice, you know. And then eventually you work your way up, and then well, what I do if I want to work out a new joke, I prefer not to do shows with small audiences. It happens sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
But I sandwich my new jokes in between a really strong joke, make a sandwich out of it. Like I'd start off with a good joke, and then I throw in something that could be bad. Then if it's bad, I pretend like it never happened, and I throw in a good joke after that.
That's a good battle plan.
Yeah, it fails. Usually,
if anything, you're either extremely funny or you have something to remind them. Like, no, I am funny. Remember.
What usually happens, my good joke doesn't work in the first place, so then I try out my good joke, then that fails. And then my new joke fails. And then my other good joke fails. People are like, this guy is not funny.
That's what happens. But not usually, because you're always funny when I see you. So, Brady, question for Taylor.
That's all the time.
Can you tell, like you say you don't like to use small audiences, but aren't like all audiences different, you know? Like, how do you gauge... because it could just be that one audience didn't get that joke. You know, sometimes that happens, right? Doesn't it?
Yeah, of course.
So how many times do you try out a new joke before you just throw it away completely?
Do you have a firm thing with that? I don't have a some people have a rule. I try it 3 times and then it doesn't work. But I'll be really hard on myself. But then I'll be really forgiving too. Like if my good jokes don't work, I don't hurt myself. I'm not.
You don't cut.
I don't jump out the window if my joke doesn't work. But I don't count that as if my good jokes didn't work that are solid, that are proven, then I'm not gonna be like sad because my new joke didn't work. I would actually be less. I'll be more hesitant to try out my new joke because it's not a fair barometer. But yeah, you're right. It's all. No matter who you are, there's like rough crowd. I've seen Chris Rock in front of weird crowds.
Yeah.
But I've had shows where I was like, I'm not gonna go on stage. This sucks so much. I'm not going to do this. And then Chris Rock walks in, does a half hour. Then I'm like, well, I'm a piece of garbage. Okay.
Well, but they also know Chris Rock. They might not necessarily.
burn.
No. I mean, well, but.
Are you trying to say I'm not as big as Chris Rock? Is that what you're saying, Jewish boy?
No. You're much bigger than Chris Rock. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So sometimes when you're trying out this guy, I don't know who is this guy. That's our catchphrase for the night. Who is this guy? So when you're trying out a new joke, sometimes because it's new, you don't have it well crafted yet. So if it gets a little something, you go and play with it. It's like that's my barometer. Did it get anything?
Yeah.
Is it worth kind of working on the phrasing, the timing, the references that you selected, and stuff like that? That's how I kind of gauge it.
Yeah, I'm very fragile. Like I've ever read like 8 jokes on the one topic. If the first joke doesn't work, I'll be like, never mind, forget the rest of it. But then I'll see how far I can get into it. But that's trying out new jokes is it's very weird, and it's the most vulnerable thing ever. Like no matter how good you've ever been, no matter who you are, you still have to like try out a new joke. Yeah. Comedy's not a healthy thing. Like when people say I can't do comedy, I'm like, oh, you're a reasonable, rational, probably sane well-adjusted. You have a healthy.
You probably go to therapy and you're doing well at it.
Yeah, and you probably had a nice childhood. You probably go to therapy because you're like, why not? It's a healthy thing. I don't really have much to talk about, but it's nice to make an extra friend.
Any more questions for Taylor? Josh?
So for me, I just wanted what was one of your favorite shows of all time that you've ever done?
I mean, this is a stupid answer, but America's Got Talent is like the biggest thing I've ever done. So like that's
your favorite.
Yeah, I mean probably like the semifinals or finale of that show. If you go to my YouTube, type in Taylor Williamson, you can.
Yeah, we were watching it.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
That's what was going on.
Yeah, you're watching videos when I peaked in life. You're watching those the peak of my entire existence.
See,
is what you saw.
That's what I'm talking about with the presidential elections. It's the peak of these people's lives.
Dude, politics sad.
No, go on.
Lyric.
I just want to know what were you like as a kid?
I had sex a lot.
Yep.
We're talking like
as expected.
As that. I mean, I feel like that was the wrong answer. But
so far, it's your only answer.
I think I was pretty. Well, what age are we talking here?
I don't know. Anywhere from 0 to
to 1.
How about let's just 0 to 1.
Pick a number.
I think I was in like 12 to like 18. I was very shy and quiet at home, but then outside I'd be like goofy and stuff. But then I was home. My family is very shy. Like, I didn't tell my family I did comedy until I got paid for the first time because I thought they'd be like, "You're not funny."
Did something happen to you when you were 11?
Oh my god.
That made you shy?
Do you want to go there?
You're killing me.
Do you want to go there?
No, not really.
Yeah, no.
Let's go back.
I think we do.
My rabbi, I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it.
It's always the rabbi.
I was having such a good time, but like the rabbi scandal from 10 years ago. Yeah.
The Manischewitz.
Those rabbis.
Yeah.
Happy
Do you
Purim,
want to
by the
help
way.
other kids become more well-adjusted, Taylor?
These kids dress me out, but yeah, let's.
Because Anonymous writes, okay, so this guy and I flirt all the time, and we send nudes and make out. I don't know if you.
question.
I don't know if you heard what I said because Brady coughed over the word nudes.
I didn't cough. No, that was lyric.
Lyric.
Yeah. I have a very low
Anyway.
cough.
Always
So
lyric.
it's like I love it when
It's
the
always
first
me.
sentence of the question just makes me go, oh. Where do I start? All right, so she sends nudes and they make out. The thing is, he has a girlfriend. It just
You
gets
don't know
worse.
how old this person is.
At any age, this
What if
isn't
they're-
good.
What if they're a majority?
This could be my
Brady,
80.
just let her finish.
A
This
major.
could be my
What's
80-year-old mother. I don't want her sending nudes and making out with someone who has a girlfriend.
I agree with. Yeah, I think that 80-year-olds
right.
should be barred.
And
but
I
everybody
tell
else.
my mom every time I call her, I go, Mom, she has a girlfriend. The thing
God,
is,
Mom.
the thing is, he has a girlfriend, but she lives in a different state. I really like this guy. What do I do? Okay, I'm out. You guys give the advice. Mickey.
All right. Okay. It doesn't matter if she's in a different state. He has a girlfriend, and it's very bad if you encourage a cheating lifestyle. You are helping him cheat. You're encouraging a bad lifestyle, and what you do with your sex life, as long as you're safe. Nudes can be dangerous, so I feel like you should really know a person if you really do want to do that. But if you trust him with that, then you know what, have at it. But if he is as untrustworthy to cheat on his girlfriend, he's probably not the best choice. If you really like him, do you want to date someone who is cheating on his girlfriend? Like, think about that. You could be his girlfriend in the future, but look what he's doing to the one that he has right now.
What a mature, well-spoken, amazing answer.
Thank you for being with us.
Thank
That's our
you.
show for today.
Have a good night.
That was really good, Mickey. Lyric.
Thank you.
I just think that there's really no kind of relationship here. That's not, I'm sorry. I mean, unless you have that kind of relationship, this is not this is just like a sexual relationship. It's not like an actual they're not dating, clearly. And they're not even just kind of, I don't know. It's not a relationship. It's truly not. So I think just you need to end this. It's already getting bad. I mean, okay, I'm not making sense. I'm sorry, but you know what I mean.
That was good. That was good. Brady.
You did good.
I
You did
can't
great.
compare.
You did listen. You did a great job, but she set the bar so high. You did fantastic, but she was super fantastic. But you were still fantastic. If she was never born,
God.
Lyric,
if
we
she was
love
never
you,
born,
and you have
was-
great
you would be
opinions.
fantastic.
Good.
No, you were fantastic. But
Yeah.
she was super fantastic.
Okay.
It's not fair. It's
I
just-
think you're super
wait till I
fantastic.
answer the rest of the question.
Yeah, Lyric is she's on it. She's got game.
I
Brady.
haven't been here in a long time. I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm
we
intimidated
missed
by
you.
it. Everybody.
Brady, let's see if you can get over the bar that
The high bar.
the high bar that Mickey
Set.
set. Because Taylor's already preparing his answer.
I
He's
see
gonna-
nothing wrong with this situation. I think that
Oh
kids
my
flirt
god.
Okay,
and
bye.
they send nudes.
Finally, we agree on something here.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna
That's
do?
it.
Is that really what you think?
Huh?
That's really what you think?
I was trying to set the bar really low to come back with the.
What do you
the
really
stuff.
think,
I
Brady?
think I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, this guy is cheating. I will say that long distance relationships, especially when you're teenage, the chances are this person met they met online. I don't really see that as a real relationship. I think that there's a lot of problems that come with that. I think that they can work and that they can grow into something stronger. But if he's never met this girl, I don't know.
All right,
I
let
don't
me-
know.
I
don't
would
know.
never. I think that if he he's gone to the point where he's able to say that he's in a relationship with this girl, and that this is his girlfriend. So I think that he is cheating. But it's easier. I think. I think that in this situation, it would be okay for her to say, okay, just break up with this girl, and it's fine. We can forget about it. I think that would be an
Well,
okay
I have a hypothetical.
solution.
He has a mythical girlfriend who's long
That's
distance.
also
so
what I
that
was
he doesn't
thinking.
have to commit to this girl who's sending him nudes and making out with him.
I think that
Really?
I don't know about that.
No, I think
Mickey,
I
do
think
you
you're-
know about that?
Possibly.
I don't know about that, but
Miss
I want
Highbar?
to say. I do want to say real quick though on the subject of sending nudes. If you're gonna do it, I don't suggest doing it because it is really dangerous. There have been many girls who were at my school where they didn't do something that the boy liked, and so
It's
the
an
boy
epidemic.
sent it out mass.
Yeah.
Like there
Revenge
were just
porn.
where classes and strangers would suddenly have a picture of their naked body, and it was horrible. It was horrible. So if you can't stop yourself for some reason, don't put your face in it. Protect
Yeah.
yourself. Protect whatever, like, your future. Like,
That's
even
just
if you really
practical,
trust
Louise.
this
But
guy.
you don't think that's degrading to take a picture of your parts and send it?
What? What are
That's
you
not-
talking
not
about,
necessarily
Louise?
degrading. Like, it's just part of how sex is nowadays. Like,
Yeah.
like
No, it's part of like
relationships
pleasing
have-
some dude.
relationships have changed on the rise of social media. Things are done a little differently with the additions of
and I
like,
have every right to judge it.
computers.
This
and
is how
you do,
long
you
distance
do.
relationships
But
work, though.
whether or not you judge it, it's
Uh,
still going to happen. So do it
What if you're-
safely
wait, uh-huh.
and don't put your face.
God, there's so many things wrong right now.
Okay, Lyric, please help me.
Okay, so first of all,
Well, but Lyric's like young, so
Lyric's my.
I feel so
just-
old and out of date. This is crazy. This conversation is insane.
I was just putting a little disclaimer.
Lyric.
God, I don't even know what to say anymore. Well, I don't think it's. First of all, this girl is smart because she's asking for our opinion,
Yeah,
and
I think
and
that's-
she can clearly see that there's something wrong with this situation. So what we need to say is the truth, which is that you should not be with this guy. There's so many things wrong with what he's doing. He's probably using you, or what Wheezy said, he doesn't have a girlfriend. And either way, he's using you. And also, do you want to be the girl that's like the other, like the side chick that's like with him while he has a girlfriend? Like, let's just say he does really have a girlfriend. Like, that's just so wrong. And you know that is. And that's why you've come and asked us this question. So no, you should tell him, I'm done. I'm not going to be that girl. Thank you.
Oh, snap.
I
Mic
agree
drop.
with that.
Lawyer.
I agree with that in principle. I think that's fine. But like I also think that there's a difference between a long distance girlfriend and like an actual flesh and blood human being that you're.
Then why isn't he man enough to break up with his
I don't
girlfriend?
know because people are weak. This guy is a weak
People
man.
love having people to love.
Taylor, do you have an opinion? You've heard a
Well,
wide variety of
I
viewpoints.
mean, this is all interesting, but I know that I'm right. That's I don't have an opinion.
Yeah,
but I know.
hope.
What,
Yeah,
Right.
I hope.
Wait, what are you right about?
but I know that I'm
Shout
correct
facts.
about what I'm about to say.
Oh,
Okay, Taylor,
I
I
thought you
know-
were just like, I'm right, and you're not going to say anything. And
Oh.
I'm right, okay?
That's all. Honestly, you know that I know the answer,
Drop
but
the truth.
like.
But I won't say it to you little folk.
So like, listen, this child who sends this, not an adult. We make out and send nudes. There's a whole jump there from like, oh, we kiss and then we send filthy photographs to each other. I don't know if that's what
You have-
that's what the
Taylor,
kids
you-
are doing today. Like, I'm not gonna.
Yes, they
Yes,
are.
absolutely.
You'll send a filthy photograph, but you won't do physical contact.
They do.
They
do.
Yes.
Apparently.
The
Yeah.
only
They
reason
do all of them.
they
I mean,
will
that's what I'm
be.
saying. It's odd to me to be like, but like, I mean, I don't know who's listening to this thing. I don't know. We're all adults except for most of the people listening.
We speak
but,
canon, but we're not raunchy.
But like, I'm not suggesting anyone do anything, but I can imagine like a girl sends a filthy photo, and then I'm like, hey, what's up? Let me see what you sent the filthy photo. But she's like, whoa! I just send the photos. I don't actually. What do you do? I don't know you well enough to show you
There's
that.
a limit.
So I feel like this person
Yeah.
is young by whatever they're doing, and also I think it's illegal to send underage photos by law. Like, you are a criminal, even if it's your own photo. If you especially across state lines, it's another law. You're transporting child pornography.
But it doesn't get. It gets prosecuted like once in every million cases, and it's always a big media thing because people are like, "Why are you prosecuting somebody for taking a photo of themselves?" I mean,
But everyone needs to calm down. Stop taking the pictures of listen.
it just happens.
But
though.
everyone stop it. I mean, like, do it. Listen, when you're like in your late 20s, send me the photos, But like, but when you're young, if you're not a guy, no man, this is gonna get out.
To all the minors out there, when you're 20, please.
No, like late in life, but
Yeah.
and female, but
Hey, Josh.
At the end of your life.
I get.
Do you have anything?
Oh, I was gonna say something about the long distance part, but
Okay, Josh.
Yes.
I don't really remember what it was. 'Cause we kind of got like over so many different conversations, but I will say this: like, I'm highly about like being in relationships that you're respected for someone from the other person, the opposite, or your opposite. And in this situation, like, I think that whoever you are, you just need to have a little bit more respect for yourself.
Mhm.
I think I would like to say something about standards, and that is she ends the question with, "What do I do? I really like this guy." You have to like yourself more, and you have to say to him, "I'm not interested in having this type of intimacy with you unless you're my guy."
Yeah.
And he's currently not her guy.
Yeah.
So just ask for what you need in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Taylor?
Yeah, and
Be
then,
mine.
Not like that.
and then,
Yeah, don't
and
do
then-
that.
and if you want someone to
No,
actually
you should do that.
That would win him. How about instead of nudes, you're just like,
No, you should just send a picture of you like.
that's what
You
you
would
s-
not
That's your
respond.
nude.
go ahead, Tay.
That's a funny thing. Hey, instead of me sending you naked pictures, I'll just send you hearts. I'm just repeating your joke.
Yeah.
I don't know what I expected. Of it.
That would be
Uh,
so cute, though. Can you, like,
No, he should be like, hey, send me a
can your
nude.
relationship
And then
be like that? That would be adorable.
That would be adorable.
Here's actually good
don't need your
advice. You want to hear
nudes,
actually
just-
good advice?
I would love that.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
would love
Tell
that.
me
We would
what
all
they-
love that.
If you actually want to date this tool bag,
Mhm.
clearly you're all stupid. Everyone involved with this thing.
Burn!
Like, I mean, you might be stupid because you're young. It's okay though. Like, I respect
Lord.
Yeah.
asking. Like,
This is like Brady.
What was that?
You guys.
No.
Yeah.
You guys need to have a party.
But like, I mean, like, let's be real. Like, you're young and dumb. You might be dumb because you're young, or dumb because you're dumb. But let's assume young and dumb, right? That's what's happening. And you're reaching out. That's a good thing. It's good to ask questions. And we all make. I've made millions of mistakes in my life. It's so I was young and dumb. I'm still dumb, actually. I'm dumb. Like, I can't use young as an excuse anymore. This is turning to therapy. My point is, if you want, what should you do? Well, what do you want to? What do you want to have happen? If you want him to be your boyfriend. If you're dating, the guy's cheating on you, and then you want him to become your boyfriend, and you're the side piece, and you think you're gonna replace it, what do you think's gonna happen to you? That's not a good start to a relationship.
Yeah.
If you're if he's cheating on someone with you, he'll cheat on you with someone else. So that's not a good way to start a relationship. So
Yeah.
listen,
Right.
I'm amazing.
But I just want to say that, like, I do think that, like, for the guy, as bad as it is, it's like an upgrade. You know, I mean, he's upgrading from long distance, phone
He
relationship
needs to end
to
one
flesh
thing.
and blood. Maybe he's more
It's not
satisfied.
flesh and
remember.
blood. He's
Maybe he's more
Now
satisfied
I
with the flesh and
remember.
blood.
I
Lyric.
Oh, wait, I'm going to let Josh go because he's.
I remember. Yeah, I don't agree with you at all, Brady, about long distance relationships. I think
Uh-huh.
they can be just as successful as one that is just down the street. I have a connection
Yeah,
that's
Josh has a
more
long
than some.
distance
Like, I know
But
that
you
someone
knew her.
that doesn't matter. Like, I know that someone 2,000 miles away from me is more committed to me than someone that's
But
even
you've
down
met her
the
in
street.
the flesh
that doesn't
and blood.
I don't
It does
care.
This guy
matter.
might
I
have
think
There
it
are
does
other
matter.
people that
But we
are
don't
in
know.
long
They
distance
could have
relationships
met each
that
other in flesh and
What?
blood.
have
Yeah,
met
that is
online.
possible.
So-
You're right. That is possible. But assuming that they met online, I do not think that it's as strong a relationship as you would have with somebody who you
End
know.
it. He
Yeah,
needs
you're
to-
right.
She
He's-
has that
Yes,
title.
he should end it.
If he's given her that title, he's not available.
I agree with that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, if you say that, I just think that it's a different thing that you're dealing with. It's much easier to be, cheated on if you're, having an online relationship. That's just facts.
Why is the local one sending the photos? This doesn't make any sense. The one out of state's just sent. Anyway, that's just gonna. I'm too old.
That's so true.
I'm too old.
We're
I don't
going to move on.
understand.
Is it weird to not be affected by sexual harassment? I was definitely a victim of sexual harassment, but I don't feel affected by it at all. So we don't have any specifics. We don't know exactly what happened. But, I mean, I don't think it's... I'm going to let you guys... Do you know what...
Such a vague
Like,
question.
let's assume that somebody... she was walking down the hallway and some guy pinched her butt. Let's just assume it was that, okay? Mickey.
Two things.
Okay.
One, if sexual harassment is a thing that does get to you, there's no one who is not affected by someone taking advantage of their body. So what is most likely happening to you is that you are internalizing these feelings, and a lot of what happens when something that we don't like or we don't agree with like suddenly hits us like a truck is we become completely numb about it. We don't really feel the need to talk about it or think about it. And if we are ever in a moment of really understanding what happened, you feel like the world is going to crush around you, and it's hard to deal with. So I feel like if you're not feeling anything by it, it's because it meant that much more to you when it happened. I think you really need to talk about it with someone, even if you don't feel affected by it. Talk about it, explain how you really felt at that moment, and maybe something will happen where, because obviously you think, like you said yourself, is it weird to not be affected? Like, it is kind of weird because it's something so important. It's your body and you are important. Also, the second thing is that views of sexual harassment changes. Like some people just think like a whistle on the street was like, oh my God, what are you like? They take that up into the realm where for some other person, it might take actual touching of like a
Like
butt
groping.
grab, in order to get to that level of extreme. So people have different levels of extreme. But if you think that it's weird, then trust yourself and talk to someone about it, please.
Lyric.
I think
that's
like
really good again.
You have a fan.
and now I'm
competition.
second and it's always like
Oh, I'm going to you first next time. This is not fair.
Thank you.
Also, it's like you have to. Your headliner has to be your strongest, right, Taylor? When you're booking a show.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
in Canada they have the let's you know, how
love
they
the-
do that.
I
The
love
other
we're
way
going back
around.
to Canada.
So
Yeah.
that because like at midnight when everyone's left, the good guy's already gone up.
Well, like in comedy, like usually it's 3 people on a show. There's like an opener, a middle guy, and then the headliner. And then in America, like the opener's the newest guy who's like warming up the crowd, and the middle guy is stronger than the last guy's the strongest. But in Canada, the second strongest guy is the first guy, and then this has nothing to do with anything.
Anything. But it's fascinating.
It is kind of.
Yeah.
Wait, how did this even come
We're
up?
going down a rabbit hole here, and we're committing.
The second
Lyric.
lyrics doing
Thank you.
great.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. So I think like let's say like Weezy said, like some guy like just grabbed your butt. Maybe you would be feeling like, oh wow, like I'm getting attention. And that's probably why you don't feel like it's an issue. You feel like, okay, like guys like me. I'm like, hot, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just fill in dialogue in your mind there. Thank you. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's weird. I just think either something really horrible has happened and you're not, like you haven't processed it yet, like what you said, or you're like, okay, I like this attention. So I think it could be one of those, but I don't think it's weird. I think it's just however your mind is processing it. Brady or Josh?
I agree. I think that there's nothing wrong with having thick skin, okay, and being able to handle situations and like being able to say to yourself, like not every situation that is, scary or whatever has to, devastate you. There is a tendency to, like you said, to blow things up way out of proportion, and that's not healthy. It is a healthy thing, I think, to be able to say like, okay, that didn't really affect me at all, and be honest with yourself about that. Yeah. But if it did affect you, obviously talk to somebody.
And of course, the definition of sexual harassment is it's kind of a really sort of a wide measurement.
Well,
and
it would have been nice if this person, gave us a little bit of what happened, but
and so
I understand.
It can range from like a cat call to if you don't sleep with me, you're getting fired. And that's, so the bar on...
Much different.
Yeah,
much different.
So you haven't really been specific enough with us. And yeah, I think we've all been whistled at. I know Taylor has. And
I
so,
have.
and we can blow that off as like, oh, I guess I'm looking pretty fine. But you don't, we don't turn and go like, hi. We don't like
Want an
encourage-
autograph?
We don't encourage it, but like,
No.
if
Some
I'm
people
walking down
consider
the street
flirting.
and someone, yells something, I don't let that affect me or bother me.
Yeah.
Because that's just,
Hey,
like,
Blondie.
I'm very, very beautiful, and I get
So
it.
good at that.
Right? No, so I know Mickey's just like, no, the feminist viewpoint is that you don't accept it under any terms, right?
When I was younger,
punch 'em right back.
when people would whistle at me or like walk by me and be like, "Hey, you look," I'd be like, "Oh," I used to be like flattered by it, like, "Oh yes, I look really good," and then I realized that they were. The reason they were doing it was because they didn't see me as a person and were just objectifying my body.
That's the thing, though.
It's different from flirting, though.
But
When
there's a
people,
lot
like,
less
come up to
happening, I
me
think, than you think.
And be like, "Hey, how are you?" Like, "Hey, my name's blah blah blah."
Yeah.
I'd be like, "All right, you are actually trying to get at something." But when
Right.
people just like drive by and be like, "Hey," I'm like, "Bye." No.
Right.
But
I
it's a
agree.
social thing for these people. Like they're idiots. Don't get me wrong. They're idiots, and they shouldn't be. It makes no sense to me why they feel the need to possibly ruin somebody's day like that. But I think that what's actually going on with people catcall, it's just a social thing to be able to say like, hey, I'm with my bros right now, and like we're just harassing people because that's what we do. But there's not like a
Cliches.
there's not a malice behind it in most cases. I think.
Yeah,
I really
but
don't
if
believe
you're-
that.
If you've ever been a female for a day, you see it differently.
Yeah, no, I get it.
because-
Yeah.
It feels a
One
little
day.
dangerous.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and then if you want to, okay,
You want to talk, Emma?
okay,
She's like so antsy over here. I feel bad.
I think like, there's like a video on YouTube from BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed's fantastic.
It's the best.
And it's like why guys catcall or something like that. I
Okay.
don't know. And it was like they were like because they were all really insecure about themselves, and like that's why
not true.
But I think it can be true sometimes. I think because people sometimes can't have real relationships, so they're like, I need to like.
They make up for it.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the
and
old
they're like,
bullies thing, though. That's the old bullies have.
but
low
it is fairly true sometimes. So
We just, as females, when we've never
like 60-40.
ever gotten together, as a group and yelled things out a car window at a cute guy, we don't understand why you do it. So we just don't get why that's a thing that happens.
Do you know why? Because of the 1% chance that you might say, "Who are you?
Why don't you
sir?"
take that
Which will
1%?
never happen.
Take that 1%
Come
down.
back.
Never.
God.
Take that 1% down, way down.
It's-
That's a high.
It sucks that it's like a thing that happens, but you have to.
No,
like-
that's like guys going, "Hey, I'm straight. You guys are straight too, right? Let's prove it." That's how
It
I
is, yeah,
That's
yeah.
a really good line, by the
It
way.
is.
I'm gonna use that. Thank you.
Emma, you're straight.
I was just going to say that girls do the same thing. It's like not just
We
guys.
giggle. We don't
No.
yell. You yell
No,
at
there are
guys.
some girls
I
who
don't,
take
but there
advantage
are-
of boys.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
It's,
Really?
it's not
Yes.
it's not so one-sided. Just bye.
You never like a
yeah.
bachelorette party at a comedy club. You've never seen how ridiculous and inappropriate that gets.
That's at a bachelorette.
wait, what
party,
happens?
though.
You
That's
want to
not
give us
my
an
job.
example?
When
Yeah, I
women,
know, but-
when women collectively wear plastic tiaras, something
Yeah. With
happens to their
penises
brain.
on their-
Yeah. So you can describe that because you're there.
Hi, 13-year-olds
The
So
phallic
out there.
power.
describe
Sorry.
it. Like you know that you're next
Sorry
up.
for the comedian.
Okay, you know that you're next up or that you're on the bill, and you see this pack of females enter and describe them.
The
please.
head of females into
Please.
the
Well,
comedy
you guys
club.
need to know what happens after 11 p.m. Okay, go ahead.
It's horrible.
Yeah,
it's the worst.
terrifying.
It's
Go
Where do
on.
you
not
work?
attractive. Kinko's.
Really? No,
No,
you don't.
at a comedy
That's a
at the
lie.
comedy store or the Laugh Factory. Go ahead, describe it.
Oh, I see.
This
Okay,
is a thing
yeah.
that happens. Go.
You just get like people, they come to the show already. This is gotta be some form of harassment. I don't know, but they come already inebriated, and there's a pack of them. You already know they're horrible people.
It's a
and, like,
bachelorette party. One of
Oh,
them is
God.
about to live a very domestic life, and so this is their last chance to be
Frisky.
Well,
just
yeah.
obnoxious. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, but they have everything from like penis glasses, if that makes any sense, and penis straws they're drinking out of, and penis headbands. Like there's a lot of things that they can be made out of penis. And then they talk the whole time. They yell out things, and then they
Wait, made out of penis?
made out of penises.
Like carved from?
They used when you're circumcised,
Christ.
you always wonder what happened to the foreskin after you're circumcised. What they do is they make a bachelorette.
It's called penis
toys.
crafting.
Yeah, it's actually kind of fun. It's
As great as this conversation is, as often as girls are objectified, men are definitely objectified as well. Just think of Taylor Lautner and everything that he embodies. And
what about me, Taylor Williamson?
You are part werewolf.
Why do you laugh after saying? I don't understand.
You
what
are
you're saying.
part werewolf.
Continue.
it's actually a little.
What is wrong with
scary
objectifying?
with-
If
If it was just in like specific context, then it would be fine. But for women, it actually goes into like their life is
Well, I
out
get
danger
that.
most of the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
But for boys, it's also scary because it's a lot of the times it's usually older women taking advantage of younger boys
The
who do it,
cougar.
like who are excited and don't really know
Sounds
what's going
awesome.
on.
To me, honestly.
That's a good
And
cougar.
like but then they realize that they're being taken advantage of, and like they're so confused about it all, and it's really sad and
One of
it's
my-
ignored a lot.
One
which
of my
is also
comedy
really
kids
sad.
was up on stage, and a drunk female yelled, "How big is your, body part?" And
How big is your leg?
And
It's
I
just
I,
a penis, like
I
17
ran.
That's
times.
the body
Yeah.
part, right?
I ran.
How big is your arm?
I ran to her face and said, "He's 14." Like I was ready to just.
Oh my god, he
Wrestle.
was
Yeah.
14.
Oh yeah, I was appalled. So I mean, women can be horrible. I get
He's
it.
14.
And they can get really
He's-
aggressive
he
with
wa-
it, especially
Did he
since a
look
lot
like
of
he
don't
was
realize that
14?
it's actually
You know,
possible.
he looked like a teenager. He looked like a teenager. It was still like really not okay. Even
Yeah.
if there's any chance that he's a minor,
I thi-
it's not okay.
I don't want to be like attacking you. Like I'm
Right.
happy to be here, but I think it's rude that you were like he's 14 inches. I think that's disgusting and
I mean,
inappropriate.
And also, like, how did I know?
I mean Weezy. I mean we're all.
Yeah,
And you also
Are
really felt the
taking
need to
it too
tell that
far.
woman right there.
So,
I'm uncomfortable.
I think this next question is.
I wanna read
This
this
is my favorite question.
I know. I
ever,
literally.
and,
I
and
can't.
so
Go back to
if
the
you-
first
if you
one.
So of course your favorite
So-
panelist is gonna read
right,
it.
but do you think you can give this? Do you really think that you can honor this question with the performance it deserves? Because the writing is so of a caliber.
Okay.
Please go, Lyric.
Oh God.
Got any cute text messages to send Bay? I want to let him know that he's loved.
Cute text messages to send Bay.
Set
And
the
I
bar really
do,
high.
I do want
High
you
bar.
to know that before the show, I Googled this and I am armed. But before we go to my arsenal of adorable texties, I want to know what you guys have in mind. Taylor, what do you text your Bay?
I bet they're not
When
adorable.
When you text your Bay, what do you text your Bay?
I'm usually apologizing for something. All I know is use smiley faces because when you say horrible things, it's clearly I'm joking. If I say you look, you know what I do wrong is
What?
like I if I say something really nice, I have to make it mean
joke?
afterwards because a bit silly mean, you know.
Silly. What's silly mean?
Like if I said to a girl like hey, I just want to say that you have the most beautiful chin I've ever seen. You know, like
Chin?
I give a weird I give a weird compliment, but they can't get upset. It's a nice compliment.
He's a chin man.
I like chins.
Deal.
I'm into chins. But then if they go like, "Oh my God, I love that," you know, and I'll be like, "Yeah, all your other chins are beautiful too." And
Oh,
then
that's good. That's
thank you.
really good.
See, I think that's good. I think it's clearly I'm joking.
It's hilarious.
you and your
But
many
then, so my point is, if you ever text that to a girl after you said she had a beautiful whatever, and then you threw in something that would be deemed as offensive, say at least throw in a smiley face because then
Winky face.
they don't, or winky face because they don't write back to you ever again sometimes.
Do they at
Sometimes.
least
No.
get to know you before you do this?
Well, I think so, but you know, maybe they're getting to know the real me. I don't know.
Like, oh no, back out.
I'm gonna die alone, but this is the wrong show for that.
but not tonight.
Not tonight.
but not tonight.
Do you have any cute text lyric?
I think you can be like, hey, what's going on?
Do you have to
Wow.
like move your body like that?
How do you get that across the text?
Is there an emoji
wanna
that does
know.
that? Like
It must be.
swivel hip.
Send a gif of it.
Oh, that's good.
Josh,
Yeah,
what
no,
do
you should be
what
like,
do you-
I'm not single anymore.
Oh boy.
I mean,
Josh,
I
you got-
normally end up trying to be like cute or sweet, and it turns out like not, kind of like you, but
Ooh, I got
mostly
some
because
good
of
ones.
autocorrect. So
Oh.
and it like it ends up being like I'm typing like super fast, trying to get that cute like thing in, and then it just turns out like no, like they're like.
Is your face a butt? Cause
I mean, autocorrect just screws me.
no, it's so
over
true.
and over
It's so
again
true.
every time. I mean, I had a conversation the other day with somebody. They're like, "Do I look fat today?" And I was like, "No," like, and with more than one O. But then because it had more than one O, it corrected it to moo, and like, I had to do so much damage control. It wasn't funny.
Oh my
Like,
God.
Your poor mom.
yeah, it was my mom. Just, and I mean, otherwise, I mean, most of the time I'm just like meow. I say meow a lot.
Meow is good. That's
I
all.
have-
That's
I
all
have ones.
purpose.
I have ones.
Okay.
So actually, on the app, there is like a whole section for like good pickup lines,
Mm-hmm.
but they're really
You're
bad.
in there a lot.
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
I said one. Okay. Okay, so I have a couple.
Uh-huh.
So there's one that's like, oh my God, no.
All right. So while you think of that, I have if not,
line.
I have this one. If nothing lasts forever, can I be your nothing?
That's the pickup line, though. That's not a cute text.
No, but that's so cute.
But I found it on the internet, so it's a real thing.
Can I?
That makes it not
I got it. I
special.
got it. Wait, I need to say
Okay,
it.
you go first.
My doctor says I'm lacking in vitamin U.
Wow.
I love this question.
I like
so
the
much.
kiss. Did you see the kiss? The
But-
kiss was great.
But see, if someone said that to me, I'd be like, you're not healthy, and I
understand
need
that.
somebody who is.
Yeah,
more,
you need to have a better diet with a complement of all the
Yeah.
nutritional value.
I'm
Mickey?
confused. Concerned.
What do you got?
Me and you are my OTP.
What's
What?
OTP?
So you have to explain it.
You
OTP.
knew that nobody knew
I
what
know,
the
I
acronym
know,
meant.
but let me
You
explain it.
knew.
OTP.
Okay,
Wait, no one
so
else knows what OTP, is?
OTP is one true pairing. It's basically your favorite relationship in the world. It's fandom speak usually.
Wait, but that's weird because I know so many people that like the same people say like OTP on.
Do
so
they go
many
on
people's
Tumblr? Because I
pictures.
bet you they go on Tumblr.
They
It's
probably
also a
do.
Wait,
Tumblr
now-
thing.
Now we have to go to people's OTPs. What's your OTP?
Me and Emma.
I like that one too.
They're
Do you
not
have one, Brady?
Fictional characters. Sherlock Holmes and Moby Dick's whale.
I have one. Me
Okay.
and myself.
Ooh, that's cute.
Same.
We're really
Losing
cute.
points.
Samesies.
You and herself?
No.
Oh wow! Wow.
No.
Josh is like 20 and he has a girlfriend.
But that doesn't. What if that was
OTPs
about?
are
Well, you
always
guys.
things
It
that
was
are
my
real.
question.
What,
Wait,
that was your question.
Wait.
It all makes sense.
That's the cute text messages right there.
Oh, I thought you were the one that. Oh, never mind. That's weird. All right.
So I wanted to text, let me photograph you in this light in case it is the last
Glad
time.
we met.
Again, a pickup line. A pickup line. I guarantee.
but that's
Adele
also
lyrics
somewhere.
are the best text.
It doesn't make sense in context either. It's like, why are you sending me this?
If someone
Because
sent me
it's
these
Adele.
really cute messages, I'd be like, wow, they really cared enough to find these things.
if
I
you
feel
already
so
like,
special
if
right
you
now.
like them first, if you already
That's
like
true.
them.
I'm
If they were just some
Man,
random
stupid
Joe
pickup
texting.
lines are my kryptonite, honestly. Like they're just
Is your
yeah.
daddy a baker because he got some nice buns?
If I
A lyric?
told you,
Yeah,
I'd
Wait,
be like,
'cause
no,
your
he's
daddy-
not.
Oh.
Bye.
Is your daddy a baker because he has some nice buns? Why are you hitting on his dad?
don't hit on his dad.
That's so
'Cause
creepy.
You, I guess Miranda.
Ooh, that means her.
Miranda sings made it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Miranda, if you're watching, I love you.
We love Miranda.
I'm so
sings.
happy I know
If
that
do you know this one?
I feel
Because
like Captain
it goes a
America.
little
I
bit
get
like
that
this.
reference.
If I told you that you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me?
I've
Oh.
heard it. I've heard it.
All right, that's a country song. Okay. All right, we're
That
going to
could
move
get
on to
interesting
another
real
question.
quick.
I don't think you understand.
Oh, are you
texting,
McDonald's? Because I'm
Louise.
loving
I
it, or
don't.
whatever that one is.
Do you realize we've only
Yeah,
done
that's a
three
good
It's
one.
so
questions.
fattening.
I don't understand.
Are you
Okay,
fat?
we really
Are you
need-
McDonald's? Because you're fat.
I have a really bad one.
Go.
That was really good. Did you hear that?
Are you from Jamaica? Because it's Jamaican me crazy.
Okay.
Wordplay.
Classic.
Good.
I've said
Okay,
that.
so
I've said
in
that in
the-
Jamaica.
No, guys,
You
there is.
did?
Yeah.
How'd it go over?
Not well.
Not
We really need to move on.
There's no.
All right, let's
We've
calm it.
only done 3 questions.
Calm it down. Anonymous
All
writes,
right.
I've been super angry this week. I get so angry that the only way to calm down is to physically get the anger out by hitting things or screaming or whatever. I can't really do that when I'm at school. The anger has been getting in the way of my schoolwork because I can't stay focused. Does anyone have any suggestions of ways to deal with anger while at school or any ideas as to why I am this way?
Chill out, dude.
But
Oh,
that's like
yeah,
what
that's
her
great.
his dad would say. Like there has to be like I would want to get to the root of like why are you so
But
angry?
they didn't give us
These
any
people are asking. It's not, these-
indication or anything.
Some people just get angry.
Worked up.
That's
Yeah. Or
Is there a good
Or
stress reliever
hormones,
though
I
that
mean.
for when you're in a public place and you're going to be in a public place for a long time? Like what's a good stress reliever?
One of those balls they had at the drugstore in 1998. Remember? Like
Stress
you-
balls, literally.
Yeah, right, yeah. Do they still have those?
They do, yeah.
Oh yeah.
They should be at the place where you can pick up like,
Amazon.
medication
dot
and
com.
other like
Drugstore.
makeup
CVS?
drugstores. Like, yeah,
CVS.
CVS. They should be at CVS.
Yeah.
I
Just
love
get a
Rite
stress.
Aid.
That's a noun.
But
Okay.
does that work? Because you can't like because sometimes you just
Am I
really need
wrong?
to throw
I
something
stupid?
or punch something and
Well, the good thing, like I got picked on, but the good thing about getting picked on is that, about life is there's always someone smaller than you.
No.
So
no,
I
no,
suggest,
no, no,
in all
no.
seriousness,
No.
beat up someone smaller than
I'll
you.
do it.
No.
I'll do it.
No.
I need money.
No.
Brady.
I
please.
have-
I'm serious. I'm
Please
serious.
set
You
him
can
right.
contact me.
Let Brady.
No,
Why are you
have-
telling Brady
No.
to set him right?
I'm-
I have a
if you need
suggestion.
somebody to punch,
Who's
I can do
scared
it.
of
I've taken a
Brady?
punch.
I didn't like
before.
Brady
I
at
actually
first, but
had
now I
anger
like it.
issues when I was younger, so I have a suggestion.
Okay, good.
Meditation, really, really
That's
helps.
not going to do it like punching somebody.
Just don't
I've
take
got
it
a
out.
face.
Okay.
She's
that
right.
is
For
super
a second, I'm
punchable.
gonna be serious.
She's right
no
about-
jokes. It's a lot to build up to. It'll be really hard at first. It takes a lot of patience, and it seems like you'll never be able to do it. But the more practice you do it, you'll get up to it, and it really helps. And soon, you will be able to be in a moment where you're like, oh man, this is pissing me off, and you get yourself back in that state of mind that occurs when you're meditating, and suddenly your body relaxes, and then you have time to get to a calmer place so that you don't build it up more. What is important about when you're getting angry, when you're in a situation that is you're getting built up is you don't have to find a thing to immediately calm you down. That's not going to happen. What you have to do is find something, either I used to have a rock, and I still have a penny that I rub my hand against, and like the rough texture of it gives me something to focus on so that I can walk away from the situation and get to a place where I will better be able to calm myself down.
Lyric. Very good.
What if you try like flushing the toilet really hard or something?
But like we're water wise here in California.
Oh, that's well, what if you just flush it once?
That doesn't-
You go to the bathroom and then you flush it really hard.
Or like
Why-
the meditation idea.
Like,
I'm going to go to this next
wait, but
question.
can I say one more thing?
Yes, you may.
I think in terms of why you are this way, like Brady said, you're probably hormonal. And also it could be that you may like something, I don't know, you're not remembering, but like something could be going on, or you're not getting enough sleep, or you're not eating right. Like there can just be like different factors like that, which sometimes can contribute.
Yeah,
Take
it's
care
like,
of your body.
your baseline level is here. It's like already aggravated. Then you go to school and someone aggravates you and they push you over your threshold really easily. But like through meditation or other like hypnotherapy or other techniques, you can pull your baseline down so that you can handle more aggravation without like feeling like you're going to overflow with rage. Yes.
You should be like there's got to be some way to turn this into a positive, right? Like use the anger, like maybe
Sports.
Yeah, exactly. Sports, or
Yeah.
like he could
Some
be a
people use
factory manager or
instruments.
something. You know, yelling at all the employees.
Well, why,
Put it
you know,
into music. Do you know how to play the piano?
that's
Just
good. Art.
Or
Get
death
it.
metal.
No, but
Yeah.
they're talking about at school. There's like,
You know what? This kid needs to talk to his rabbi.
Talk to his
Like-
not your rabbi, because your rabbi.
My rabbi's cool.
Oh yeah.
Rabbi.
what's
It's
your
not the
rabbi's
one you
name?
had when you were 11, though, right?
Well, like, I mean, I say
What's
my
your
rabbi.
rabbi's name?
Well, I'm trying to think which rabbi. The rabbi I would say claim right now is this guy Mendel. Shout out, Rabbi
Shout out.
Mendel. But then
What?
but then if Rabbi Frank's listening, he's like, WTF,
Oi,
he
oi.
bro, you know?
Oi, oi.
Oi, oi. I like that. Yeah.
Did
All
you-
right, so this
did you say
question-
oi? Yes, we do. Of
We
course
did. So
do,
this
yeah.
question, I'm reading it because I know how uncomfortable it's going to make Taylor. Anonymous writes, I'm 14 and my mom just walked. These is all caps, by the way. P.S. So someone's screaming this to us. I'm 14 and my mom just walked in on me masturbating in bed. What do I do? Make an excuse or something?
I think that ship has already sailed.
What do you do? It already happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
already. So thank you.
They
for
needed an
showing us.
answer right then.
But like, can we let the 14-year-old know that moms know that kids masturbate? Like, it's not
Yes.
like a newsflash for her at
Yeah.
all.
What do? You go high five someone.
Yeah.
I don't.
So I
think-
mean, but
Oh
like,
my
so the
God.
question is, let's say your mom, let's say
Brainstorming.
your mom has seen this. Do you say something or do you just pretend it didn't happen? That's the big
I
question.
would say you pretended.
You say, look what you did to me.
no.
I honestly, that's the only time I would say you should say that.
Thank you.
Why would you?
What? No.
Like,
Not at
is
all.
it the-
The
I-
panel is so silent on this.
I don't think this is a situation where you have to actually approach her for. Like, you're gonna masturbate. That's gonna happen. And parents are aware, because I know it's gross to think of, but they were in your shoes at some point too.
Ew.
I know it's really
In
gross,
my-
right?
in my
Thinking that your
shoes?
parents had sex.
What did they do?
Why are
to
your
you?
parents masturbating
But,
into your shoes?
Okay,
Ew.
guys. Whoa.
Wait, stop.
I actually don't know how to
Okay,
handle
wow.
this. I'm gonna ignore
God.
it. So
Well.
they know that it happens, and
It's a natural process
it's
of
gonna
life.
be embarrassing to talk about, and it's
Yeah.
not something you have to talk about. So I
Wait,
would
did
say
Louise just say, why are
move
your
on.
parents masturbating into your shoes?
She did say
I
that.
So if someone turns that into a GIF, I'm going to be really angry.
Hey,
that
I'm,
should be.
I'm gonna
I
go
would-
home. And
We
do
should
that.
open every show on that one line. That should be our.
I
our
don't even
tag.
understand why I open my mouth sometimes to talk, because it's not like the things that I think are
This
not
is
okay
Journals
to say.
After Dark.
It's not okay to say some of the things I think, Taylor.
Dim
Wait,
the
can
lights,
we-
Fennel.
Can we have have a whole like.
cue the lights.
Please don't leave us in here with them.
Journals after dark.
There should be a
Welcome.
whole episode of just things that you can say to your mom after she catches you masturbate. We can spend
There
like 3
should-
hours.
This
of
is
just
better
lying.
than
I wanna hear what
texting
you would
lines.
say.
This is better than texting lines.
Weezy, are you flipping us
Let me
off?
know when that day
I
is,
should-
and then I can just stay home. Honestly.
Just like
Yeah, I don't
wanna
think
be
I'm
here
gonna
for
be showing.
that.
I'm gonna be sick on that episode.
Yeah. I have a really big school project.
do you have any suggestions?
Yeah, I want to
Taylor?
hear what you have to say.
I mean, I think there's ways you can just like listen. It happened, but if you want to make it lucrative, this is the Jewish part of me. Like, hey, if you don't want to see that happen again, give me more allowance.
That's pot. Yeah.
Or knock on my door.
I have an idea. I have an idea.
There's no money involved in that.
I told you locks were good.
You have to catch them doing it.
Yeah, no.
Either having sex
would
with your
anyone
with your
want to
dad,
do
but
that?
because you have to even the playing field.
I don't
because
care
they
enough
know
about that
something about you.
in
and
order
you need
Honestly,
to.
I feel like you would really not want to walk on your.
I'm just saying it's once. It's once.
This
to
guy
even
is
the,
amazing.
even the
Brady,
field.
you can't fix a bad thing with another bad thing.
Of course you can,
But
that's
it's a-
how,
all the
that's
times
how
the
business
things
is
you
done.
say.
I like how Brady thinks though. Like if the argument on the other side, it's a beautiful natural thing. Then why can't you just watch your parents do that?
That's not what I was
Brady-
going.
That's a-
Brady
That's not the
Beautiful
reasoning.
natural.
That's what
Brady-
you
I wasn't-
said.
Put it like that.
But
The
Taylor,
reason
so
wasn't
gross.
because it's a beautiful thing to
he's
watch.
he's a diabolical thinker, and you can't get on board with that.
I'm on
I
board.
think-
I
yeah.
think he's great.
Yeah.
I didn't like. At first, he stressed me out with. But
you
then
were rattled.
I got your vote
You were
for the
visibly
primaries
rattled.
coming up.
yeah, I'd vote for you for
Cool.
sure.
Cool.
All right, do we have
Got it.
time for one more question? All right,
Yeah.
so which one of these do you like, guys? Lyric, I'll let you read one.
Sebi-chan.
Oh wow, 2 in one day.
You yeah, pick one.
Guys, what do you guys?
Sebi-chan.
All right, so what?
Sebastian Chan.
Sebi-chan.
Sippy Tran.
That's the name.
What do you do if your boyfriend says he wants to marry you and he wants to get his $800 ring to prove his love for you,
This was a good one.
but you're only 16 and he's 18?
What do? You stop being an idiot and
You
don't-
say yes.
Does this 18-year-old have a job where he already has $800? That's a little worrying to me.
That's
I
impressive.
made a bunch
Yeah.
of money.
No,
when
No,
I was
like
in
if
high
that's
school.
the case, that's impressive. But that's
Like, you know how
Really the
we
case.
get letters from people where it feels like the answer is just like, I'm not ready to think about marriage, but she's still writing to us. So we like
That's
to
very important, yeah.
empower
Yeah.
people and say, what do you like if she were in front of us? Like, let's say she's Emma and she's right here. And we would say, what do you think you should say to him? Because, and Brady, you answered a question like this recently, like where the answer was clearly, just say, I'm not ready to get married.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's the only thing to say in this situation. But it's funny that there's like this guy out there. By the way, he can't afford an $800. It's never gonna happen. Okay.
He could.
He was like, yeah, I saw this ring. And then she's like, oh, wow. And then she looked up the price and it turned out to be $800.
Why
he
does he have a
not
speech
know.
impediment? That's kind of mean.
They all have speech impediments if they're on journal. No, I'm just.
Oh, that was.
We all have speech impediments here.
A good save. Nice save.
In Brady's imagination. But
Okay.
he's trying
all
to
have them once.
he's trying to prove his love to you. He's trying to say, I want to lock this down. But you can say, I love you today. I'm going to love you tomorrow. There's no ring that needs to be exchanged.
Yeah.
We don't need to plan our futures.
You
We
don't
have
need this grand
college. We have other
gesture.
things. You won't be like, breaking his heart. You'll just be sort of like establishing that that's way too fast and let's just be teenagers. What do you think, Taylor?
You're so sweet and
I'm
like
good. I'm really
but
good at this job.
I would if I had like a 16-year-old daughter that was like, should I marry this? should I? What do you think I should do? Should I marry him? He gave me a $800 ring. I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you, you idiot? You're a dumb, stupid idiot.
You should just
like,
let her do it, honestly.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, you want to? Yeah, that's really yeah.
You're stupid. Just do
I think it should happen.
God.
I think that if he can afford the ring, you should do it.
Yeah,
That should be the condition. He should have to buy that $800 ring.
I
and
think
really
it's
Very
completely
doable,
possible
though,
he
like-
can get the
It's
money
proof of
though.
commitment.
So
I had
He
$800.
can or can't.
Yeah, I think that it's not going to happen. I think.
I mean,
that-
I think
like
it's
for
very.
$800, they could go to Knott's Berry Farm like 4 or 5 times.
yes, they could.
That's
I
very
mean, they're
true.
teenagers.
Yeah.
Take your money and spend it on teenage stuff.
Hey, but
Not scary farm.
Yeah.
Knott's
I
Berry
think-
Farm isn't an eternal commitment. So
I
It-
think
it
you
is
should
different.
reassure him that he doesn't need to have this grand gesture in order for you to love
Right.
him. And
Because that's what this
I
is
think
about.
usually when someone asks you to marry them, you already know the answer. If you have time to send in a question to a network like this, where you probably had to wait a couple days to get an answer, then you already know the answer. The money doesn't matter if your relationship matters on how if your relationship is built up on how much he spends on you, then it's don't
You know, he can prove his love to you by properly crafting the correct text message. We've proven that, right? And so what should he text her to prove his love that would be almost free of charge depending on their data plan?
That's the most random question I've ever been asked in my entire life. Lyric?
Like what emojis would
Just say meow.
Be funny, Taylor.
I would say the poop. Okay, I got some emojis for you. You want to do the poop one?
No.
You want to do this one?
Why the poop?
And then the
Why?
ring. And then the ring.
But it's like, look, it's like a poop inside ring.
Yeah.
A ring inside a poop. No, it's not romantic.
instead of maybe an $800 ring, you could just
Do the ring
be
emoji.
like, I love you.
Ooh, the ring emoji.
We'll do whatever makes you happy on our next date, like whatever you really want to do. I'll make sure it happens so we can do it together.
I don't think
I'll
that she's
plan
that.
the date this time.
wait. The blue heart, the pink heart, the yellow heart, and the word number 4, and then ever.
All of them, duh.
Oh, God.
Just
Right?
do all the hearts like 20 times.
Wait, is our
and then
phone
do it.
ringing?
It's over.
Oh, the show's over. I'm sorry, you guys.
Uh-oh.
Aaron's yelling at me.
Wait, is that
No,
what?
no,
What's
no.
the, why is
But-
that? Is that
but
thing?
wait.
Is that the phone ringing?
That was the phone ringing.
Why can't we talk?
We
there's
barely
Yeah, I
ever
want to
get
talk to them.
calls.
We
We
never
have
get
to.
called.
Let's
I'm
see.
sorry.
Bonus time.
Someone's calling.
Bonus
Extra
time.
time.
Sorry,
Grab
guys.
the-
We're gonna have to.
Bonus
we're gonna
time.
have to do the show
Answer
late
the
tonight.
phone,
Sorry
Andrew.
to
Grab
take
the
up your
damn.
time.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Thanks for calling Journals Out Loud. Who is this, please?
This is Mickey.
Oh, it's
oh,
Mickey.
hi. Oh, Mickey, that's your fave girl.
Mickey.
Oh my gosh.
Why are you so late to the party, Mickey? He's been an hour waiting
Mickey,
for you to
you're
call.
late. You're late.
Wait. Can I explain myself?
Okay, please do.
Wait, what's going on?
Mickey,
So, like-
this better be a good answer, Mickey, because we're all late. This is really embarrassing for all of us.
Yeah, you're keeping us late.
I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me,
It's
please.
okay.
She works at Taco
Okay,
Bell.
so
She'll
I
hook
was-
us
let her
up.
talk.
Do you actually know this person?
Yeah, it's Mickey. She's the best.
She's the best fan. Go ahead, talk to Taylor. You got him.
Okay. So I was doing my homework because I'm a good student, and I was
You
doing
go,
my
girl.
homework.
You go.
That's more than I could ever do. Good
Get
on
it.
you.
I was doing my homework, and then I went and I took a break to eat a sandwich, and I looked at my iPod, and I went on Twitter, and I saw a retweet, and I was very upset because it said 7, and it's in 10. It's a 10 already. So,
But you're in a different state. You're in the wrong state.
yeah, it's 10 already. So I wasn't thinking, and I went crazy, and I looked up the number, like, everywhere, and I needed to find it. I went on, like, 20 different websites to find the number,
I'm glad.
and I'm here now.
That's really good work.
Mickey's
We have
the
to do a
best.
better job of
You found it
posting
then.
our phone number. We need to do a better
Yeah.
job.
Mickey,
You
make
gotta
sure
do
you're
Mickey's
the
the
best.
best.
time.
It was
That's
a
so
time
sweet.
zone error. That's very understandable. What would you
Yeah.
like to ask Taylor, Mickey?
Well, I don't know. I didn't have a question prepared. I didn't even know you guys were gonna
Taylor,
ask
why
that.
don't you interview Mickey?
Mickey, I'll ask you a question, Mickey. Mickey, where you work? Where do you work again?
At Taco Bell.
Oh, right. So,
Wait,
Mickey,
how did you? What?
I know Mickey. She's the best. She comes to my shows, and she called in last time I was on the show too.
Oh, she's a fangirl.
I've been tweeting this whole time, like trying to get somebody to notice me.
Oh.
But I'm not. Louise doesn't let us look at our phones. She's
Yeah,
very strict.
she's-
Yeah, we're
She's a
we're
strict
you know
mama.
what, Mickey, we're doing the show, and when you cut to the camera of someone like on their phone, it doesn't look like they're on social media. It looks like they're just looking at their phone.
They're
So-
bored. They're
So
bored.
we
with
they're
the show.
probably being rude.
I apologize. You're right. We should have someone on our staff that's always looking at Twitter so that we knew you wanted to call us. I'm sorry.
I'll do that next time. I'll be here and just look
So
at
do,
it.
why don't you
So Mickey-
ask Mickey how
So-
who she's gonna vote for?
Mickey, how old are you?
I'm 16.
Oh, she's not gonna vote.
Oh, okay. So are the kids in your
I
school
don't vote.
like who do the kids in your school who do they like in terms of the politics? Who do they like?
Trump.
Trump.
No.
No, not
Nobody likes Donald Trump. Nobody likes Ted Cruz. Like nobody likes Hillary. Nobody likes anybody. They all
What about
fight with
Bernie?
each other at
What
school.
about Bernie? Do they like
I
Bernie?
like Bernie.
What?
but nobody else does.
Oh, but she
really?
likes Bernie. Mickey's cool.
But he
Then
hasn't-
who do
yeah,
they like?
she's cool.
And
But he hasn't hit the high
they
schools
don't
yet.
want
That's
a
crazy.
president.
So who do they like for American Idol?
What?
Do they have a more of
I
a
don't know.
Nobody
Taylor.
watches
do they have
like
American
Taylor.
Idol.
No one
we all
watches
watch
that
American
show.
Got Talent.
What's American Idol?
All right. Well, what do you recommend? Like, what's your favorite media thing to share with us? Like, what do you want to share with us that you recommend?
Yeah,
Let's just
Mickey-
go 2 hours today.
Yeah, Mickey. There's a lot of people
Yeah,
listening.
but
Like,
why
what?
not?
You have the air. What
There's a lot of people.
What can you say to everyone? What is something you can share with everyone that will make their life better? Whether it's something that you like to watch or something that
Philosophy.
or
Or what's your
philosophy.
favorite
Well,
thing to eat
I
and
like
talk about?
I like to watch Taylor,
Well,
so that's one.
that's good.
Hey, what if I were
Good
if
answer.
I were sitting at a nice candlelit table at Taco Bell and you approached the table and
Yeah.
you said, "Hey,
Yeah.
I recommend the
What's it?
Oh,
Rounding up.
New Quesalupa.
ooh."
This is good.
What?
What?
Is
And
it
a
really that good?
quesalupa, a
Can we
ques-
just talk about Taco Bell for 5 minutes? We have
Sure.
time, right?
Sure.
Emma's freaking out.
Do
over
we have
here.
time?
Please describe this menu item.
Taco
Okay,
Lupa, what's
so
up?
we have a quesalupa.
Oh.
It has pepper jack cheese in the chalupa shell, and it's just like a normal chalupa.
It's
You
pretty
can get it
fucking-
with the beef, chicken, or steak, and it comes with tomatoes, lettuce, sour cream, and cheese.
So
That actually
you know
sounds
what?
very
We're
delicious.
all gonna get in a van tonight, and we're gonna drive with
Oh
with
my
Taylor, and we're gonna
gosh.
drive to your Taco
No, we're
Bell,
not. Don't
It'll
get our
have a
hopes up.
license plate, right?
and we're gonna surprise you with a hidden
Wondering.
camera fun show.
You know, it
First of all,
sounds creepy to
there-
say we're all
she-
going to pick you up in a
she's
van.
in
and she's
another
a-
Okay.
time zone.
It's gonna have a lot of windows. It's not gonna be that creepy.
Network.
Tinted windows.
But we're
After dark.
You know what? Taco Bell
have
needs
candy.
to give you a promotion because that was a wonderful
That was a really good
endorsement
commercial.
for your quesalupa.
Yes.
I should be getting.
Yeah.
We should
I
be
actually just got a raise, so thank
God,
you.
congratulations!
wow.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Okay. Emma's freaking out about this time thing.
Oh, we're
I
good.
have
We
to
just
support
want
Taylor somehow.
you're the best. You're the best super fan, and we love you. Thank you for calling the show.
Yeah.
And Taylor, we'll see you on Twitter. Oh, it says. Am I
Taylor-
supposed to read this, Aaron? It says, "Tell Mickey to get the app so she can watch the full show or watch it on YouTube." So you can go to YouTube, Mickey. You can go to Journals Network,
Are you crying?
and then you can download.
No.
You can go to the
Mickey's
App Store.
not crying, all right?
What?
You can
No,
go to the
you're
App
the best,
Store.
Mickey. That's my point.
You can go to the App Store and download Journals Network, the app, or you can go to YouTube and go to Journals Network and subscribe and tell all your friends to subscribe. And then you'll be not only advocating for the Quesalupa, but advocating for Taylor and advocating for Journals Network.
Yeah.
You got that, Mickey?
So now they'll all believe me that we're married now, right?
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
legally in Arkansas for sure.
Yeah. See, listen, Mickey, listen. I can't go to jail, okay, Mickey?
Yeah, Mickey. You're
I
16,
mean-
today.
Mickey.
What?
We
we're
need
married?
you to stay in school. We need you to stay in school, okay?
Mickey, what are you going to be when you grow up?
Your wife.
Me
I
too.
think I want to be a doctor
No, I'm quoting her.
or
Mrs. Taylor Williamson.
Yeah, that's what you want to be.
No, but Mickey, that's awesome. Like, do you
You
know
can be a
what
doctor.
college do you want to go to?
I want to go to UTSA. It's in San Antonio.
That's awesome.
That's by the Alamo where Pee Wee Herman hung out.
Yes, Pee-wee's Big
I
Adventure.
love Pee Wee.
That's true.
You'll have an
Good.
adventure, just like him.
Well, we believe in you, Mickey. I know you're going to do wonderful things. Thank you so much for calling in and for doing all that detective work to figure out our phone number
Yes.
and for being Taylor's biggest fan.
Good job, producers. I was
Yay,
waving at
Mickey.
the camera, and then they switched over.
We're Journals Out Loud.
Yeah.
Mickey, I
That's
love you.
Mickey,
Thank you,
and
Mickey.
we'll
Thank
see
you.
you.
I love you too, Taylor.
Bye.
Bye. Play the
Theme
music.
song.
Play the music. Play the music.
Oh, that's the show. We're done?
Play
Yeah,
the
we're
music.
done.
Play
Oh.
the music.
Well,
We
we're
get to
not
take our
done yet.
headphones off.
Dun,
That
dun,
feels
dun,
good.
dun, dun, dun.
I was wondering why
We
Mickey
are
hadn't
the
called
theme
sooner.
music.
'Cause she's like your biggest fan.
Yeah, she's cool. Like, she's like, I'm not scared of her.
No, she's
That's important.